Good morning, it's March 16th, 2024. First, the possible TikTok ban. I bring you the latest details on what Congress is doing and what the next steps are. District Attorney Fani Willis of Fulton County now left without a special prosecutor as he withdrew himself from Donald Trump's election interference case in Georgia after a judge's ruling. I'm breaking it down. The ribbon cutting right here in Brookland at Brookland Public Schools' primary building, and your forecast after one wet week. I'm Jackson Mitchell, joining you from Brookland, Arkansas. Glad to see you all, and I hope you are having an amazing morning. It's 7 a.m. and our top story this morning is over that TikTok ban. The bill named Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act has now passed the U.S. House of Representatives by a 352-65 vote, which would force the company ByteDance, which owns the TikTok application, to sell the company to one not owned by a foreign adversary in 6 months. Now, lawmakers claim that ByteDance is beholden by the Chinese Communist Party and could ask and receive information of the American consumers on the application. Now, I want you to listen in to something Nancy Pelosi, the House Emerita, said on Wednesday before they voted.
This is not a ban on TikTok. I'm a grandmother of teenagers. I understand the entertainment value, the educational value, the communication value, the business value for some business on this. This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe.
Now, at this point, it is unclear of the path in the Senate, which is where it is going next. Here is what a few senators told the Associated Press.
We don't want the creativity to go away. We don't want the people who make a living as social influencers to go away. It just, at the end of the day, ought to be not have that data or that the ability to manipulate news. I mean, TikTok is used as a news source by huge numbers of young people. Do we really want, in an age of AI, that kind of power given to an adversarial nation?
It's not about First Amendment rights, because what we're doing is changing ownership and removing a provision that concerns us that the Chinese Communist Party could potentially request this information. So the TikTok users should understand that they're being misinformed by the very platform that they're advocating for. This isn't about shutting down TikTok. This is about making sure that that very information that many of them are using to interact on it could be shared with the Chinese Communist Party. They should view this as a threat. Rather that the threat of their information being abused by the Chinese Communist Party should be their concern, not that we intend to shut down TikTok.
As I said, I have my own reasons for wanting to see us be mindful. There's a reason why we don't use it as a platform here in the United States Senate, because of our concern about the Chinese use of information that they obtain through TikTok.
Now, if it were to pass the Senate, President Biden says he would sign the bill if it reaches his desk. Moving on to the case in Georgia involving the former president. More developments have come out of the case of misconduct involving a relationship between District Attorney Fani Willis and the special prosecutor in the case, Nathan Wade. Judge Scott McAfee ruled on Friday that Nathan Wade can either leave the case or the district attorney's office can remove themselves from the case completely. Now I have the letters of resignation somewhere here nearby from Nathan Wade, and the exception letter of resignation from DA Fani Willis. Now, this indictment over alleged election interference in Georgia is something Brookland News will continue to follow. All right, we're done with those breaking stories. Now to check at your forecast. A rainy Thursday still has the ground and some roads wet. Today, expect a high of 67 and a low of 44 degrees. Jackets on by the morning, off by the afternoon. All right, I'm ending the newscast in some more sweeter news. The Brookland Public Schools primary held a ribbon cutting on Thursday. Here was my story for Bearcat Media Productions. Following its opening for the majority of the school year, Brookland Primary recently conducted a ribbon-cutting ceremony to unveil its newest addition, tailored to meet the city of Brookland's growth. Moments prior to the ribbon cutting, George Kennedy, Assistant Superintendent of Brookland Public Schools, shared his thoughts on the new addition.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I have been involved in redoing buildings before, but opening buildings was a brand new thing, so it's taking us this long. And Miss Easley's a rock star. She just has done everything. The teachers and the support staff, so none of this is possible, and it's all for our kids.
Then the ribbon was cut and B&P was taken inside for a tour. Here's Jennifer Easley, the principal of the Brookland primary students.
This hallway right here houses our preschool. We have 8 classrooms, and then we also have, right here on this side, we have a therapy room, and then we have one of our special education classrooms right here. Our preschoolers never leave this hallway unless they're going outside to recess. So we have the doors and everything, so for security reasons, we keep our littlest Bearcats on this hallway.
How many children?
We have 160 spots in preschool, and we have 159 field. Wow. Yes.
And a waiting list.
And a waiting list, and we will have that one spot filled right after spring
To
break.
be honest with you,
So they just dropped. So we
can max
we are
out
staying
the
full.
classes
So
a little more, but there aren't any. And we did really
we'll go ahead and come on down this way, and we'll circle back around here in just a minute. This was our original building back here.
and we had painting and
Yes.
floors and
We updated. So this was our original pre-K building back here, and it had 10 classrooms in it.
we have what? Did you say kindergarten?
We have 14 kindergarten now.
But I mean on this part.
This part has 10 kindergarten classrooms on it, and then we also have our speech and special education classrooms on this end. But this was our old original pre-K building, and we just added everything onto the front.
Such a great team to work with there. Thanks for watching this edition of Brookland's fastest morning newscast. I'm Jackson Mitchell, and I hope to see you next weekend. Now, remember, you can find the latest details on breaking news and things going on in the city of Brookland on my social media pages at jacksonmitchellbn or at our website, brooklandnews.wordpress.com. Again, I hope to see you again next Saturday. Have a wonderful day.